Hello everyone, welcome to the second session of phrasal verbs. Today we are going to talk about phrasal verbs that have ask and back in it. Here's a little bit about me. Please rate, review, subscribe and recommend the course. Also please leave your suggestions and comments below. So our first verb is ask. The first phrasal verb is ask after. Ask after is inquire about someone's health, how life is going in general, asking about somebody's health and how's life and everything. So for example, Jenny rang earlier and asked after you, so I told her you were fine. A lot of times, if we don't catch up on our friends, so at times we give a call, मान if he's not picked up and you feel worried kahan hai, so you can ask after her that how are you and all that, or maybe you've not spoken for long and all that, so that's asking after. Next you have ask about. It also has pretty much the similar meaning. Ask about is ask how someone is doing, especially professionally and in terms of health. He asked about my father, right? He asked about how your father is. So asking about means asking how someone is doing. Okay, how is someone doing, especially professionally and in terms of health. If he's asking about his father, I think most likely he would be talking in professional terms, because we're all grown up and our parents are then they're even more old, so maybe because of that. Next we have ask out. This is one of the very important phrasal verbs, because this is something that a lot of people are going to do this week, because Valentine's is already there and a lot of people must be waiting for 14th to come, so that with the hope that now a girl is not going to refuse. So asking out is to invite someone for a date, right? He wanted to ask her out, but he was too shy. I think this is what happens with engineers. I'm sorry, I'm being a little judgmental here, but that's what I've seen, right? So asking out is basically, engineers, I feel they're very shy and they don't ask out very easily, but whatever. So asking out is basically, cutting the story short, asking out is to invite someone for a date. He wanted to ask her out, but he was too shy. Next we have ask in. Ask in is to invite someone in your house. John's at the door, ask him in, right? Asking someone in means inviting somebody inside your house. ठीक है, वो बाहर डोर पे खड़ा है, you want that person to come in, so you'll ask him in, yeah, come in, or you will ask somebody, please tell him to come in. Next you have ask over. Ask over means to invite. They have asked us over for drinks on Friday. Again, asking over is also inviting. You asked over somebody, it's already Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be an off, so probably you're inviting people over drinks. So you've asked us over for drinks on Friday. Next you have ask round. Ask round also has pretty much the similar meaning. Ask round means to invite someone. We asked John round for dinner. We invited him in, this means we invited him for dinner. Okay. Next we have ask around. Now ask around has two meanings. The first one is ask a number of people for information or help. I have no idea, but I'll ask around at work and see if anyone can help. Right? So basically मुझे idea नहीं है. Asking around means asking a lot of people. बहुत सारे लोगों को पूछना for some information or some kind of help. Right? Just say I don't have any idea. Probably say if I'm jobless and if I want a job, so I'm going to ask around a lot of people that please tell me, so that if someone can help me out and if someone can do something. So that is asking around. Next is ask around means invite someone. We ask them around for dinner. I think ask around also has the same meaning. So ask around also pretty much it's pretty much the same. Inviting someone, we ask them around for dinner. Okay, next we have ask for. Ask for also has two meanings. The first one is to provoke a negative reaction. You're asking for trouble. Now when you're asking for trouble, how is it going to happen? You're actually provoking a negative reaction, right? You're trying to do something because of which the other person is forced to tell you that now you're asking for trouble, you're asking for me to cause a problem to you, right? So that is and if someone is causing a problem, you're obviously provoking a negative reaction. So that is asking for. The next one we have is a request to have or be given. Like I asked for the menu, right? Or from the waiters who are there, you basically ask for the menu. So when you're asking for, what are you doing? You're requesting him, yeah, please just get the menu. So you're asking for the menu, right? Okay, moving on, our next verb is back. So the first one is back away. Back away means, I think you must have heard this a lot of times. Back away means to retreat or go backwards. The crowd backed away when the man pulled a knife. Obviously, if a man is going to pull a knife, what are you going to do? Back away. Or a lot of times, when people fight also, then also people use this phrase that, back away. Otherwise, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, or you're going to be in legal trouble, right? So that means backing away matlab पीछे हट जाना, go backwards, just retreat, give up. I mean, for example, the example pretty much says it, the crowd backed away, पीछे हट जाना कि यार ये हमें ना मार दे कहीं पे. Next we have back down. Back down means to retract or withdraw your position or proposal in an argument. She refused to back down and was fired. Okay, again, back down means withdraw your argument. Backing down means ठीक है, probably you are right, I am wrong, I'm taking back what I said, I'm withdrawing my words from it. So अगर आप बॉस के सामने या ऑफिस में ऐसा नहीं करोगे, यू आर बाउंड टू बी फायर्ड. ऑफ कोर्स बॉसेस आर ऑलवेज राइट, दैट्स द फर्स्ट रूल ऑफ ऑफिस, राइट? सो शी रिफ्यूज्ड टू बैक डाउन एंड ऑब्वियसली वाज फायर्ड. Next we have back into. Back into means enter the parking area in reverse gear. Very simple. You're backing into something, you're just getting into the parking area, or whichever area is the wherever cars are parked, and if you're backing, you're most likely going to park in reverse gear. So he prefers to back his car into the garage, obviously, right? Next we have back off. Back off also has the same meaning. Back off means to retreat. The police told the protesters to back off. Again, in fights and all also, a lot of people use this, back off, otherwise you are going to be in trouble. So the police told the protesters to back off, otherwise obviously they would have faced a problem. So that means backing off. Next you have back out. A lot of people do this. Very bad thing to do. Failing to keep an argument, an arrangement or promise. है ना? As in आपने पूरा सब कुछ कर लिया, plan out कर लिया, यार ये trip पे जा रहे हैं, यहाँ जा रहे हैं, वहाँ जा रहे हैं. Last moment you say, यार नहीं यार, I cannot come, I have some blah 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 lame issues and I'm going to just stay back. So you're backing out. You're failing to keep on the promise. You made a promise, तभी हमने trip बनाया, and now you're backing out from it. So that's really bad. First of all, backing out is the last thing anyone should do. Or probably, when you're about to get married, or you tell the girl, हाँ ठीक है, everything's fine, and in the end you're like, no, maybe I'm backing out. I don't think this is going to work out. So you're failing to keep the arrangement or promise that you made to her. Right? The example is he backed out 2 days before the holiday, so we gave the ticket to his sister. Obviously, we holiday wala plan to mere khayal har banda karte hi ek baar. So backing out, if he backed out, then the ticket was given to his sister. Okay, next is back out of. Back out of has two meanings. The first one is exit a parking area in reverse gear. She backed the rolls out of its parking space. Very simple. Back out of is to exit the parking area in reverse gear. She backed out in reverse gear. Next, again, back out of means failing to keep an arrangement or an agreement. She backed out of the agreement at the last minute. Is very similar to the example I gave just before. Back out of, to fail to keep an agreement or an arrangement. Next is backup. Backup has three meanings, right? Three different meanings. The first one is to make a copy of computer data. I think ये तो सब लड़कों को पता होगा. We always have a lot of backup stored, in our data, because you never know, phone कभी भी धोखा दे सकते हैं, right? So you should always have backup of important files and documents so that you don't lose out on the work. This has happened with me a lot of times. I don't save the data and everything is lost. I don't have the backup, right? Next is backing up someone, that is supporting someone, right? So the rest of the staff backed her up when she complained about the working conditions, right? So backing up means supporting someone. If you feel that person is right, so I need to support him or support her, right? So you're backing him up or you're backing her up. Third is driving a vehicle backwards. Tom backed up without looking and ran over his laptop, right? So backing up means driving a vehicle. पीछे देखा नहीं, laptop था या जो भी था, and he banged into it. So he was backing up the vehicle. So that is backup. So backup has three meanings. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot.